Welcome back to Apex Sci-Fi. In the 26th century, war is supposed to be clean. It is a matter of long-range sensors, precision lasers, and digital targeting. The Illuminated Syndicate were the masters of this clean war. Their soldiers wore suits of woven light and carried rifles that fired bolts of pure, stabilized plasma. They didn't fight, they deleted their enemies from a distance. When they targeted the iron-rich planet Pham 6, they expected a quick conquest. They saw the human settlements, crude, industrial outposts, and prepared their orbital strikes. But Pham 6 is not a normal planet. It is a Magnetar-class world. Its core is a spinning mass of pure iron, creating a magnetic field so intense that it creates permanent EMP storms. On the surface, the air is filled with metallic dust and static discharge. The moment the Syndicate's dropships entered the atmosphere, the clean war died. Status report. High Inquisitor Vex screamed as his command ship plummeted toward the mud. Restart the anti-gravity drives. Realign the targeting arrays. The interference is too high, Inquisitor, the pilot wailed. The digital circuits are melting. The plasma containment fields are failing. We're going down. The Syndicate crashed into the black mud of Pham 6. Their invincible power armor became heavy, useless metal coffins. Their plasma rifles, deprived of their magnetic stabilizers, became expensive clubs. The masters of the galaxy were reduced to panicked survivors, trapped in a world where their high-tech toys had been turned into paperweights. Then they heard a sound that didn't belong in the space age. Clang. Clomp. Out of the iron dust fog emerged the Iron Guard. They weren't wearing suits of woven light. They were wearing thick, riveted plates of lead-lined steel. They didn't carry energy rifles. They carried heavy crossbows powered by steel springs and sledgehammers the size of a man's torso. And behind them came the Steam Knights. These were 10-meter-tall walkers, but they had no computers. They had no sensors. They were powered by high-pressure steam boilers and massive mechanical pistons. Thick black smoke billowed from their exhaust pipes, and the screech of unlubricated gears filled the air. Foreman Heavy Hank sat in the iron cockpit of his mech, the Bone Crusher. He wasn't looking at a digital screen. He was looking through a slit in 3 inches of reinforced steel. He didn't have a joystick. He had a series of heavy iron levers and a coal shovel. Look at 'em, boys. Hank's voice boomed through a primitive brass megaphone. They're waiting for a signal that's never coming. Let's give 'em a Pham 6 handshake. The Syndicate soldiers tried to fire their plasma rifles. Some sputtered and exploded in their hands. Others simply did nothing. In a panic, they drew their ceremonial energy blades, but the hilts sparked and died the moment they were activated. Hank didn't wait. He pulled the pressure release lever. The Bone Crusher lunged forward. Its massive hydraulic arm, powered by a boiler running at 500 psi, swung a 5-ton block of solid iron in a wide arc. It hit a Syndicate light walker, a machine that cost more than a human city. The alien walker was designed to deflect energy beams and high-velocity needles. It was not designed to be hit by a 5-ton hammer. The alien machine didn't explode. It folded. The elegant white plating crumpled like tinfoil. The alien pilot was ejected into the mud as his machine was flattened into a pancake. Forward. For the iron. Hank roared. The battle turned into an industrial-age massacre. The Syndicate, used to fighting at the speed of light, couldn't handle the weight of the impact. Human infantry moved in, firing steel bolts that punched through alien suits like they were made of paper. When the aliens tried to close for hand-to-hand combat, they were met by humans wielding iron pipes, wrenches, and massive steel-toed boots. This is madness. Vex shrieked, watching from his crashed ship. You are primitives? You are using fire and water. This is not how war is fought. Hank walked his mech up to the Inquisitor's ship. He used the mech's mechanical claw to rip the reinforced cockpit door off its hinges, the metal screaming as it gave way to raw mechanical torque. Hank leaned out of his iron cab, covered in grease, coal dust, and sweat. He looked at the pristine, terrified Inquisitor. You're right, pal, Hank said, wiping his brow with a oily rag. It's not how you fight. You fight with math. We fight with kinetic energy. Your lasers need a satellite. My hammer just needs gravity and a little bit of steam. Hank raised the mech's hammer over the command ship's primary reactor. Welcome to the kinetic wall, Hank said. Where the only thing that matters is how hard you can hit. The Syndicate surrendered. They realized that their entire civilization was built on a foundation of perfect conditions. They were a species that had forgotten how to hit things. Humanity, however, had never forgotten. We are the species that spent 10,000 years perfecting the art of hitting a rock with another rock. We just got better at the rocks. The Galactic Council later issued a galaxy-wide warning for Pham 6 and any planet with high EMI. Do not engage human forces in low-tech environments. Their capability for mechanical improvisation is unrivaled. They possess a brute force doctrine that renders energy-based defense systems obsolete. If the power goes out, the humans win. Humanity had proven the ultimate mechanical HFY truth. Precision is a luxury. But a 5-ton hammer is a universal constant. When the lights go out, the humans are just getting started. This has been Apex Sci-Fi. If it works with a lever, it works for us. If you enjoyed this victory of steam and iron, hit that like button. Comment below. What would you build to fight an alien if your phone stopped working? Subscribe for the next front of the Boots of Terra, the Beast Masters of Krell. The gears are turning. The wall is holding.